I've never played Outer Wilds, but in this series, I'm changing that. Welcome back. Wake up. Last time, I learned a lot about the Nomai people and their culture on Brittle Hollow. A visit to the Black Hole Forge also provided the knowledge that an advanced warp core is within the Ash Twin project. My investigation up to this point has led me to believe that I can reach the eye of the universe using the Nomai vessel on Dark Bramble with the coordinates I recovered from the orbital probe cannon. The missing piece is the warp core. I make the journey back to Ash Twin. All I need to do is wait for the towers to appear from beneath the sand and time it right. The diagram in the Black Hole Forge is the key here, I know it. If I wait and step onto the warp platform whilst the sand pillar is directly overhead, I should make it. The calmness of the wait is actually quite welcome. For the time being, I'm going to sit here on the ship and just enjoy the view. Then I get a bit antsy. When I landed, I spotted what I believe is Sun Station orbiting around the star. Can I land on it? Maybe I could land on it. I'm going to try landing on it. It's moving incredibly fast and close to the sun. I figure the best way for me to catch it is to meet it as it comes around the sun. So I position myself and get ready to do just that. I am quite close to the sun itself, maybe a little bit too close. But I think I can land on it. I cannot land on it. I think I should just wait. Back on the ship, as I'm leaving Timber Hearth, the Quantum Moon is directly in my path. I haven't tried landing at the South Pole yet, and I have time. I tried to identify the pole visually, but the rotation of the moon is weird. Is that the South Pole? Is it rotating on a 90-degree angle? The scout's not exactly helpful. Let's try. This doesn't seem to be working. I try a few more times, but nothing really comes of it. I'm missing something, I know I am. But I keep trying anyway. Then it's gone. It's fine, that was a distraction. Everything is a distraction from what I'm trying to do right now. I approach the Hourglass Twins, and the sand has begun to fall. The towers will appear soon. As the apex of the two towers peeks over the sand, I land and wait. For real this time, I'll wait. The ship will be safe here. I'm anxious. I disembark. Still some ways to go before the platform becomes available. At least one more lap around the equator for the pillar, at a guess. The anxiety starts to get the better of me, and I become acutely aware that I don't know for certain that this warp platform goes where I think it does, or that my plan will work. I guess I have time for that though, and I'm about to put all of this to the test. There's the platform. Not long to go now. Remember, walk onto it when the pillar is right overhead. I hear the pillar approaching. I decide that my anxiety and concern that this isn't going to work can get in the bin. This is going to work. It's totally going to work. I take a step, and for a brief moment, I think I'm too late. Then, holy crap, I'm here. The Ash Twin project. "8 minutes since the previous cycle. Is that all? That wait was all of 8 minutes. My expectation on which masks were active is proven true. me, Gabbro, and the probe module. 14 minutes until end of cycle. Interesting. There's a lot of Nomai writing down here, which I suppose is to be expected. This was their magnum opus after all, as they put it. Something powerful enough to send information back in time. The writings serve almost as a timeline of events. First, the Nomai built the Ash Twin project. Then they added the advanced warp core. Next came the orbital probe cannon and statues. Sun Station after that. Wait. Sun Station will prompt the sun to explode. I'll process that in a moment. That one might take more than a moment. The way the Ash Twin project works is set out in the next Nomai text. The Sun Station fires something at the sun, prompting it to explode, providing enough energy for the project to send a fire order to the orbital probe cannon 22 minutes in the past. 22 minutes is then allowed to pass before Sun Station fires and the cycle begins again. One additional piece of information is provided here. The cycle can be ended at will. So, I could end the cycle. Now I'm getting confused. Apparently, the Sun Station didn't actually work. The Nomai, though, were undefeated in their purpose. They would find a way to cause a supernova. But their research was put on hold with the arrival of the interloper into the solar system, and, well, we know what happened after that. I'm going to ignore everything that I just found out because there's a mechanism to play with. In fact, there are two, and honestly, right now, I could do with the lovely noise that they make. Moving the mechanism provides me with a warning. Removing the warp core will disable the Ash Twin project. Removing it would end the time loop. Then, I could take the core to the vessel and, well, I don't know. Not yet. If I end the loop, then I don't know if I'll have the time to learn more about the Quantum Moon and the information I've just found out about Sun Station and the Nomai plan. That needs some further investigation too. For now, the time loop can continue. I realise that I actually need it. When I flew close to Sun Station, I saw the unmistakable markings of a warp receiver. There's a tower that can lead me there, I'm sure of it. I just need to, find it. There's only one tower that it can be, though. The one with the cacti. I throw caution to the wind and try to navigate the spines. I'm not going to put this down as one of my smartest ideas. My suit is taking a beating and I'm not feeling too good, all things considered. I make a little bit of progress, then my suit gets punctured, then I take some wounds, then I repair the suit, and then I make a little bit of progress. On and on it goes. This is the only way I can see through to that gravity lift though, and with a push, I make it. Sun Tower offline, as of 2 minutes ago. I don't know why, but I'm standing on the warp platform, even though I know it isn't going to work. This whole thing has thrown a lot of my personal thoughts and theories out of the proverbial window, and I'm still perplexed by the Nomai being the ones to cause the supernova. But this doesn't all add up, because they said the Sun Station didn't work, and then subsequently perished before they could finish what they started. Yet here I am, proof that the project did work, and the time loop is functioning. Now my oxygen's running out. Actually, that's fine. Wake up, breathe, buckle up, launch. Sun Station is back in orbit around the star. We are still here. I return to Ash Twin once again. I can navigate the tower and use the warp. There isn't a huge amount of time between the warp being uncovered and the Sun Station going offline, so I'll need to act quickly and decisively if I'm to go there. That time will come. Right now, I just follow the pillar of sand and wait. Start thinking a little more about what the Nomai were attempting to do and piece things together in my mind. My initial response to their wanting a supernova was horror. That they would wipe out a solar system for scientific pursuit flew in the face of all that I'd learned and thought I knew about them, right? But they're able to turn off the Ash Twin project at will, which I assume would have included Sun Station. The orbital probe cannon has launched millions of probes, that data being sent forwards and backwards in time. All of it was in pursuit of the eye of the universe, and it worked. They located it. They just weren't here to see it happen. I need to know what went on at Sun Station, because there are just some pieces here that don't yet fit. Tower is visible now, and the entrance beckons me inside. It's a bit dark, but I brought a torch. A torch thing. It takes some doing and a few patches to the punctures my suit sustains, but I make it back to the warp platform. The Nomai writing that told me Sun Station was offline is inactive, so I stand on the platform. And then I arrived. Gravity floors, my old trusted friends. It's been a hot minute since we saw you, but I like walking on the gravity floors, so these are a welcome sight, if ever there was one. The first thing I find is one of the biggest surprises yet. Sun Station hasn't received any commands for over 281,000 years. Then, at the very beginning of the cycle, 7.5 minutes ago, increased solar activity was detected. The hull integrity of Sun Station started to approach critical levels, and it went into what I assume is a emergency lockdown of some description. Huh. I open the emergency door and there's nothing for it, is there? It'd be nice if there was something for it. That doesn't look like a safe journey. I jump. Huh. It's cool. I made it. Wonder if I get style points for that. On this side of the station, there's more Nomai writing. Their mission statement? Explode the sun. Some Nomai are more open to the idea than others, but nevertheless, scientific progress marches on. Another station log informs me of the last thing I expected. The sun has reached the end of its natural life cycle. It's about to become a red giant, and then explode. Naturally. In fact, that explosion is due to happen in 14 minutes, give or take. And things are starting to sort of connect. I'll say connect. When the Nomai fired Sun Station, it didn't accomplish anything. The Nomai failed. The supernova that ends each loop, the supernova that's powering the Ash Twin project, it's natural. It's supposed to happen. Stars die, and this one is about to do so. I realize now that the Nomai are old. Very, very old. There isn't much else that I'm able to find on this station, although what I have found is pretty significant, all told. There's a projection stone that shows the Ash Twin project, but I know what that looks like for myself now. I've seen it with my own eyes. There's a strange mural on the wall, and a few memory statues, but that's about it really. and I'd like to leave Sun Station. So I do. I go back to the ship. Sun Station didn't work, and it's effectively been sitting idle for a long time. After the Nomai found out that Sun Station didn't work, the Interloper arrived and they went off to explore it. A short time later, the ghost matter within the Interloper was released and the Nomai became extinct. Fast forward a couple of 100,000 years and here we are, with the sun at the end of its life cycle. There's a lot to take in, all things considered. One thing's for sure though, the Nomai built things to last because the Ash Twin project fired up once it received enough power after sitting dormant for all of that time. The time loop is just happening at the end of the star's natural life cycle, rather than when the Nomai wanted it to happen. I realise that the ship's been bumped over to Ember Twin, so I make the jump. Putting aside the revelations and information that I've received over the last couple of time loops, I feel like I should be proud of the zero-G acrobatics that I've been able to perform, recently at least. And then I'm buried again. Not by information and revelations. This time it's just sand. Once again, thank you very, very much for joining me on my continuing journey. I say continuing journey, it's more of a brain-melting journey at this point. I'll see you next time. Until then, it's been Outer Wilds.